From Peninsula TV Studio in San Carlos, Pacific Bell and the Chronicle present the Bay Area's hottest game show, Peninsula Quiz Kids. And now, the best host on the West Coast, Brad Friedman.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Welcome to Quiz Kids, the show where speed, knowledge, and collaboration are the tools these kids need for the chance to win valuable prizes. We have two great teams with us today. Over here we have the Burlingame Panthers. And they are taking on the Woodside Wildcats. So I expect a real cat fight here today, and we're going to start it all off with our first round, the collaboration round. I don't know if cats usually play together very well, but I guess you're going to have to here because I'm going to ask a series of questions. They are all worth 10 points, and you will have 10 seconds when I ask your team the question to collaborate. And I'll ask the captain, Paige over here, or Deborah over here, to give us the answer. If your team gets the answer right, you get the points, but if not, the other team gets 5 seconds to collaborate and give me what they think is the correct answer and perhaps steal those points. And we'll go back and forth until the round is over. Got it? Good. Good luck to both teams, and we'll start off with Burlingame's first question. The TV show MASH took place during what 1950s conflict?
The Korean War. The Korean War.
That is correct for 10 points. Yeah. Woodside. Mark Twain's Connecticut Yankee travels to whose court?
King Arthur's.
That is right for 10. Okay, name the former 49er wide receiver who made the catch in the 1981 championships game against Dallas.
Dwight Clark.
I heard that, 10 points. A key Revolutionary War battle was fought at what capital city of New Jersey?
Trenton.
Trenton is correct for 10 points. And I will ask for no words to come out of the audience because I heard someone say something that wasn't Trenton, but just keep quiet. Next question to Burlingame. How many minutes are there in 7 1/4 hours?
435.
That is right for 10 points. Woodside, your question. Based on a British television series, this breakthrough show about gays and lesbians debuted in the U.S. last year. What is it called?
Queer as Folk.
That is right. Queer as Folk for 10. Burlingame. Which Roman emperor wrote the Meditations in Greek?
Marcus Aurelius.
That is right for 10. What state was originally settled as a haven for Catholics during the 1640s by Lord Baltimore and Lord Calvert?
Maryland.
It must be Maryland for 10. What peninsula in southern Mexico was one of the major sites of Mayan civilization?
The Yucatan.
The Yucatan is correct. And Woodside, Binet is most famous for devising what controversial test that is supposed to measure intellectual aptitude?
IQ test.
That is right for 10 points. Both teams are going strong. Here's your next question, Burlingame. What percentage of the total popular vote does a candidate have to get in order to receive federal matching funds for the next election?
5%.
5% is correct for 10. Woodside, the area of what type of parallelogram requires the formula side A plus side B over 2 times height?
Trapezoid.
Trapezoid is right for 10. Burlingame, every time you open the graphics program Adobe Illustrator, you see Venus from the Renaissance painting The Birth of Venus. Who painted it?
Botticelli.
Botticelli is right for 10. Woodside, other than bragging rights, what object does Cal and Stanford compete for in the big game?
The axe.
The axe. Give him the axe. Oh, yeah. Next question. Known as the George Washington of China, he helped overthrow the Manchus to create the Republic of China. And his name?
Sun Yat-sen.
Sun Yat-sen is right for 10. We have a Harry Potter question. What sort of degree do graduates of the Hogwarts School obtain? And your answer page.
I don't remember.
Okay, Burlingame, you can steal.
Ordinary wizarding levels.
Owl's ordinary wizarding levels.
Wow, you know the whole thing. Wizardry is correct, and it is the owls. I didn't even have that here, but you go for your owls, yes. And it's your turn, Burlingame. What computer language uses the curly left bracket to signify the beginning of comments?
HTML.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Can you tell us and steal the points?
Java.
No, it's Pascal. But it is your question. What is the quaint name for the end of Britain's Cornish Peninsula?
The elbow.
No, I'm sorry, that is quaint though.
It is
That's
quaint.
pretty quaint. Burlingame, can you tell us?
Wales.
No, it's Land's End. And that signals the end of the round, and right now we show Woodside at 70 and Burlingame at 90. It looks like we are in for a tough match. Two very good teams, and we're going to meet them right now. First of all, Burlingame High School's team. We have some old friends here. Deborah Mao, you were the captain last time.
That's correct.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And now you're a senior.
Yes,
and
I am.
I can just see age and wisdom oozing out of every pore. And as I recall, you were really into television. So are you still involved in the television program
Yes, I
at
am.
Burlingame?
Yeah, I'm still anchoring and producing our school's daily broadcast of announcements. So
Okay.
a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm in that.
And we're going to see a new version of the video
Oh,
produced
most
by you.
definitely.
Okay. You think this is something you want to do?
Absolutely.
I'm going to ask you a very personal question. It will not affect the game at all.
Sure.
But now that you were, I think, on our first show, so now you've watched this for a season. So how does Peninsula Quiz Kids rank as a TV show?
It's right there at the top.
I'll just move on. Eugene Zinoviev.
Yes.
I keep working on that. I worked on it last year too, and you're back, and now you're a sophomore.
Yes.
But you seem more like, like a college guy, very mature, very quiet. I understand you play the guitar in your spare time.
Yes, I do.
Do a lot of serenading.
Not as much as I'd like to.
Not as much as you like to. Well, it'll come. So what do you play guitar for? You just make songs up, or do you play with a band?
Yes, I actually have a band with some friends of mine right now. We're in the creative phases of
Creative
our project
phase.
right now, yes.
So maybe we should know the name of this band so we can look, at Tower
Yes.
every once in a while.
The name of the band is Ill Informed.
I'm not going to say anything more. I'm going to let you get the laugh on that one. You're also interested in history
Yes.
and current events, and you're going to be our face-off challenger in current events later on. Incidentally, all the current events and sports questions for this show are written and supplied to us by our sponsors and friends at the Chronicle. So thank you, San Francisco Chronicle, for that. Colin Thomas, you are new to this team, but you are not new to Burlingame. You're a senior. And I understand you already know your college plans.
Yeah, I'm going to Carleton College in Minnesota.
Carleton College. Why did you pick Carleton?
It's got really great music and economic programs and a really great study abroad program.
Okay, so you thinking music and economics. So one side's practical, one side's creative.
Yeah.
Which side is which?
The music. They're actually both, a little bit of both.
So have you been involved in music for a long time?
Yeah, I've played the piano for about 12 years. I took private lessons for all 12 years, and I played in the PHS jazz band for the last year.
Played piano in the jazz band?
Yeah, I played piano in the jazz band.
And you're involved in the marching band there too, right?
Mm-hmm.
The piano in the marching band sounds really challenging.
It would be, but I play the trombone in the marching band.
What a good idea.
And I'm going to play the trombone in the district honor band.
They're having that coming up in March. Well, good luck to you there. And you also play tennis. You asked me to just sort of throw out that you played tennis. Probably get that trombone arm in shape.
Sort of.
I'd like you all to give a big hand to the Burlingame High School coach, Mr. Tom Willard. Mr. Willard! Well, the Panther is a wily beast, but so is the Wildcat. And the Woodside High team seems to be very good at challenging you. And your captain is Paige Griffith. And Paige, you're coming back to us from last season as well. And there's something different about you, and I can't tell what it is. It isn't that you're older or taller or anything. I know what it is. It's your hair.
Yeah.
Your hair is green.
My hair is green.
And why is that? Did you do Wizard of Oz recently?
No. I have a sister that's a freshman, and she and I look very much alike. And so she dyed her hair red, and I dyed my hair green, well, blue, and it faded to green. And so when we walk around school, people get kind of mixed up. But it's a lot of fun just to have different hair color.
Wow. Are you still involved in the 4-H club?
Yes, I'm still involved in 4-H.
Okay. We promise not to talk too much about that because I get so nervous about those poor animals. Do you raise animals yourself?
I don't raise animals.
Okay.
I'm more involved in running the club in a part called Junior Leaders, where we organize meetings, and I do a lot of stuff with sewing and making clothes. So.
Last year you were the president. This year?
I'm vice president.
And next year?
The president.
Because you switch off
We
with the
switch
friend.
off, yeah.
That's so democratic. Good for you. But you're also taking a lot of AP classes, have a busy year ahead of you. Well, good luck to you on all that. And here is Jim Garifo. Jim, you are a sophomore.
That's correct.
And I understand that you are something of a math prodigy.
Yes.
You're going to be are you going to be our math challenger here?
Yes, I am.
Good. So you taking algebra, geometry?
I took calculus last year and got an A as
a freshman. All right. So there's nothing left in high school, is there? What can you take next?
I would have to take some higher math courses at a college somewhere.
You want to focus on math later on, or you?
I'm actually thinking of becoming a science major of some sort. Go figure.
I'll go figure. I understand you and Paige have the same chemistry class.
Yes, and the same Latin class as well.
And the same Latin class as well. So we've got a prodigy here. And you also play piano?
Yes, I've been playing for about 8 years. Practice 1 to 2 hours every day.
Well, maybe we could take the 12-year piano player and the 8-year piano player and play an 18-year-old symphony or something.
I don't know.
Just keep smiling, folks. I'll move on to the game really soon. As soon as we introduce Leslie McMillan, Leslie and I decided we wouldn't talk very long. We didn't want, we would just banter a little bit, right?
Sure.
You are a junior.
Yes.
And you do everything Paige does.
Well, technically yes, but in a very different way.
In a very different way. So how are you different? I mean, it's not just the hair, and I'm glad that Paige's sister isn't here because I'd get really confused. But what is the unique Leslie style? What is?
There's just not a word for it in the English language yet, you know?
Not yet?
No.
So perhaps you can dedicate your career to creating that word.
Yes.
Now I understand you do a trick.
That's good.
And I previewed this trick, and I was told by you that you would be happy to do this trick on the camera.
Yes.
This could get us ratings.
Okay.
So we're going to see Leslie's trick. I hate to introduce your judges as such an anticlimax to that, but we must, and they are David Riley and Marin Aldridge. You need two coaches to handle someone like Leslie, don't you? Okay, before we start again, I need to introduce a very important person. He has been our judge in so many of our matches and has always been a wonderful judge. And he's wearing dark shades today, and people have been asking me why, and I just want you to know that he's in trouble with somebody, and he doesn't want them to know he's here. But I'm going to say his name anyway and give him a big hand, Mr. Frank Saboti. Frank, for the rest of the show, I will refer to you as Mr. X. And if we get in trouble up here, Mr. X is going to tell us what to do, and we will abide by his wishes because he's the judge and that's the law. All right? Let's get started. Before we play the second round, though, we're going to watch Deborah's new video about Burlingame High School.
Tradition and excellence have been the hallmarks of Burlingame High School since it opened in 1923. BHS is committed to giving students the very best preparation for the future and currently has received grants to bring more technology into the classroom. For example, there's a video productions class by which a daily broadcast of announcements is possible. Outside of the classroom, students are more active than ever. Our Panthers played football, tennis on brand new tennis courts, and for the first time ever, water polo in our Olympic-sized swimming pool. About 100 students participate in the BHS marching band, and interest is no less in other fine arts endeavors. But in the end, it's the people here that give this school a character all its own.
Jim just asked me, are the next questions hard? And I said, yeah, I don't know. What I can't tell you. I have the answers in front of me, and I still don't know them. So let's play the face-off round. I have two sets of very hard questions right here. These questions for Eugene are all on current events. And these questions for Jim are very hard questions of math. But you guys are going to whiz through them. And every time you whiz through a question, you will get 10 points. And if you don't get it, we move on until the round is over. So relax, shake hands, and let's start with Eugene's first current events question. Who is the young founder of Napster?
Jim Fanning?
I'm sorry, it's Sean Fanning. Your first math question. What is the product of 3/4 times 2/3?
1/2.
That is right, Jim. 10 points. Eugene, what is the name of the project aimed at decoding the entire gene sequence of human DNA?
The Human Genome Project.
That is right for 10 points. Jim, what is the percent equivalent of 6/5?
120%.
That is right for 10 points. Which New York representative did Hillary Clinton run against during her campaign for U.S. Senate?
I don't know.
It was Rick Lazio. Next math question. In how many sequences can 4 chairs be arranged?
24.
That is right. Who swears in the new president?
The Chief Justice of the United States.
That is right, the Chief Justice. 5, 12, and 13. 8, 15, and 17. 9, 40, and 41. These sets of 3 numbers all satisfy what Greek philosopher's theorem?
Pythagoras.
That is right for 10 points. And that is the end of the round. Let's look at the score. We are at a tie, 110 for both teams. Stay here. I haven't done the score yet, have I? I'm just so excited. You guys are great. You guys are really great. We're going to have a very exciting third round in just a moment. But first, let's watch this video about Woodside High School. Good work. All right, guys. All right, I love it when we're at a tie. It shows you guys off to your very best. But somebody has to win this game, and this is going to happen in this next round, the lightning round. So here's where you have to have those hands on the buzzers, see? And it's going to get very fast and furious, and the point values are doubled. So listen to the question, and as soon as you think you know the answer, buzz in, because the first person to buzz in gets the first chance to answer the question. If your answer's right, you earn the points for your team, but if your answer's wrong, I will give the other team 5 seconds to collaborate and then come up with their answer. Now, if you buzz in before I finish the question, I'm going to stop asking, give me the best answer you've got. But if you don't get it right, the other team should give me the chance to finish the question before you answer, okay? So good luck to both teams. Here we go with the first lightning round question. The Albany Plan, an early proposal for colonial unity in the 1750s, was advanced by what great Philadelphia thinker and yes, Deborah?
Benjamin Franklin.
That is correct for 20 points. The final stage direction is for an axe to chop down the title object in what Chekhov play? Well, I sure hope it's not the Three Sisters. That was a little playwright joke, but anyway, it's the Cherry Orchard. I'm going to move on. These people don't like my jokes. These minuscule infectious proteins are known to override a host's neural proteins. Yes,
Viruses.
Jim. Say again?
Viruses.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Let me say this again. These minuscule infectious proteins are known to override a host's neural protein system, and they are called? You know?
No.
Prions. Miami, Florida may be better known, but what Midwestern state also has a Miami named for the local Indian tribe? Yes, Jim.
Ohio.
That is right for 20. What is the mean of 33, 35, 36, and 36? Yes, Jim.
35.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Burlingame, can you tell us? Answer?
36.
It is 36. 20 points. Proving it is never too late to finish college, what rapper, actor, athlete yes, Colin.
I believe. Oh, geez. The tall guy. The really.
It was not me. Let me finish the question for you, Woodside. Proving it is never too late to finish college, what rapper, actor, athlete finally received his BA from Louisiana State University?
Shaquille O'Neal.
That's right. 20 points. Who wrote our national anthem? Yes, Leslie.
Francis Scott Key.
That's correct for 20 points. The San Francisco 49ers have played in 5 Super Bowls. How many of them have they won? Yes, Jim.
All 5.
That's right, all 5. Offered command of federal troops in the Civil War, he preferred to side with Virginia. Yes, Deborah.
Robert E. Lee.
That is correct for 20. This Hardy novel involves a couple whose son commits suicide. Can you name the novel? Yes, Jim.
Heir of Casterbridge?
No, I'm sorry. Burlingame. Talk it over.
Can you repeat the question?
This Hardy novel involves a couple whose son commits suicide.
No, it's not.
It's an obscure novel. It's Jude the Obscure. I'm leaving. Yes. Found in Jamaica. Which ore is the primary source for aluminum? Yes, Colin.
Iron?
No, I'm sorry, it's not. You guys can talk it over.
Aluminum ore.
No, it's bauxite, but that was a really good question. Next question. The southern French city Montpellier has a sister city, pronounced a bit differently in what New England? Yes, Deborah.
Vermont.
Vermont is correct for 20. What is the perimeter of a right triangle whose hypotenuse is 13 centimeters? Yes, Jim.
30.
30's right for 20. Name the region that India and Pakistan are currently fighting over. It's cashmere. After what former slave and abolitionist was the Mobile Mars vehicle named? I'm sorry, let me say that again. After what former slave and abolitionist was the Mobile Mars vehicle named? Yes, Colin.
George Washington Carver.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Talk it over, you can give me the answer and steal the points.
Frederick Douglass.
No, it was Sojourner Truth. Give the title of this Edgar Allan Poe story about a man who buries his enemy in a wine cellar. Yes, Deborah.
The Raven.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Telltale Heart.
No, it was A Cask of Amontillado. What irregular galaxies are visible in the southern hemisphere as small hazy patches of light? Yes, Leslie.
Andromeda and the Milky Way.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect.
Could you repeat the question?
What irregular galaxies are visible in the southern hemisphere as small hazy patches of light? And your answer?
No, I don't.
It's the Magellanic clouds. Next question. What island nation is separated from India by the BAQK Strait? Yes, Eugene.
Ceylon.
No, I'm sorry. Let me finish this. What island nation is separated from India by the BAQK Strait and has its capital at Colombo?
Sri Lanka. It's the same thing.
Sri Lanka.
That is correct for 20 points. In which quadrant does the angle 7 pi over 6 lie? Yes, Jim.
The third.
That is correct for 20 points. This controversial nominee for Secretary of Labor dropped out due to allegation. Yes, Deborah.
Chavez.
Linda Chavez is correct for 20 points. From the Italian, this term indicates that the choir sings without any instrumental accompaniment. Yes, Jim.
A cappella.
That is right for 20. Oh my, let's look at the score, because the game is over. Burlingame has 210, but with 270, Woodside is our champion. Burlingame, you played very, very well, and I thank you so much for coming. You're a great team. Woodside, you're fantastic. You are a math whiz, Jim. And it's good to see you all. Tell you that you're coming back to a future game to play, and if you keep playing and win the whole championship, you get a 9-day trip to London courtesy of our friends at ACIS. So we'll see you soon. And we'll see you soon. Yeah, we'll see you soon if you come back and watch us, so please do. Until then, goodbye.
Our special thanks to the Chronicle staff for developing the questions for sports and current events. This year's champions will be winging their way to London for an all-expenses-paid 9-day adventure to some of the world's most historic sites, courtesy of ACIS. The producers of Peninsula Quiz Kids wish to thank the following: The Chronicle, Pacific Bell, Molly Stones, Target, Jamba Juice, Century Theaters, Silver Terrace Nursery, AEIS Ronald Bland, Samtrans, and the San Mateo County Office of Education.